Okay, welcome back to our final round, round 6. Hello, everyone in the Magic Gathering community and beyond who may be watching. My name is Will.
My name is Ben.
And we are excited to bring you the 1K Plus edition of Legacy at Enter the Battlefield in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. We are excited to bring you round 6 here for us. They can start whenever.
KWN.
And
AN.
I was like, there we go. Oh, we need a capital there for us as well. And we have players just about finishing their mulligans. We just finished our last round, which had mud. This round we have death and taxes, and what else do we have here, Ben?
We have green lands.
Green white lands.
Yeah.
Do you want to change it?
No, we're good. Okay. I saw D and T and I was like, oh, that's
Death and
cut
taxes?
off.
It is?
But then it's not.
Okay. Oh, it is maybe a little bit up here. We'll change that. Is it snapped? It says it's snapped.
It's fine. I think we're all good. And I think players are all good to go. Looks like Jeremy has revealed the Yorion, so he is on the 80 card list. But he does have some spice. Do you want to mention the spice that he has?
Let's see. Oh, we didn't see this in the last one as well. It looks like we have Ephemerate, which is different than the previous list that we had. What else do we have in here? Miriam Crusader? I think we've heard of these before.
Wow, Miriam Crusader. That's a blast from the past.
I gotta pull this one up for us here.
Yeah, this is really when in the olden times when Death and Taxes was a 60 card deck. This card was the best at Sword of Fire and Ice.
Ooh.
Yes.
You mean I get 2 procs?
Yeah, you get 2. It's the best at carrying Jitte.
Oh,
Yeah, you
my.
get 4 counters on Jitte every time you deal damage.
And it's a 2-of as well that he's running here.
Yeah, so this really is a blast from the past.
Wow.
It is pretty tough because of the mana constraint. It is 3 mana. It is so it does not work well if you're really heavy on Rishadan ports or Wastelands. So we're going to see how Jeremy pilots this kind of blast from the past, and he is playing against green-white lands, as we said. And they have a lot of new tips and tricks here with Besage You.
Ooh, exploration into Soul Guide. Gonna exile, nothing.
Exile's nothing, yep.
And I actually love the sleeves that Jeremy has. I use these a lot too. It's hard to find them now though. That's the only thing of sleeves sometimes when you buy these special editions, right?
Yeah, especially the artwork sleeves,
Yeah.
right? If they're not commonly printed.
Oh, Jeremy now has a forest. Oh, is that?
That is a
Okay.
Maze of Ith, I believe.
Maze of Ith?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2. This is very explosive, what Cody has brought.
This is very much what Lands wants to see, is having that turn 1 exploration into no interaction.
Yeah, and taps down on upkeep into Caracas. That's pretty good to have, of course. You know, there is a Rishadan port here, so...
Yeah, so Cody will need to expertly pilot around this Caracas. He doesn't have any of his combo pieces yet, so he has no way of finishing the game, but he is doing what Lands was designed to do, and that is the prison style or the prison path of the deck, and that is locking out Jeremy from playing spells by tapping their mana down with a Rishadan port. It stops the aggression with Maze of Ith, slowing the opponent down with Sphere of Resistance, and now he's found a way to end the game with Urza's Saga through this crop rotation.
And looking at Jeremy's hand, we're able to see it when he's kind of shuffling through. He has 2 Stoneforge Mystics, 1 GTA. I don't know if that was a Cauldra or a Batterskull, now that I'm trying to think about it. He can't cast anything with this Rishadan port
So
here.
I think the key piece here is, for Jeremy, is that he needs to find an Aether Vial.
He can't even play anything, though, I don't think.
Yeah,
Both are going to be tapped.
he needs to find it early. But here's double Rishadan port from
Only
Cody.
1. Why? I guess he wants to activate to get a token,
Yeah.
but it does allow Jeremy to start playing.
Yes, this is true.
Did he just...
He just made a construct token, that's it.
But he didn't play anything.
Oh, there is the Sphere of
the
Resistance.
sphere,
There is
yes,
the
that's
Sphere of
right.
Resistance.
Okay. Going to 3.
Yeah, this is exactly what Lands wants to be seeing. Having uninterrupted ability to play whatever lands that he wants, has a win condition on the board, slowing down the opponent. Yeah.
Ooh, I like these. Sorry, I got very excited about the construct tokens that are being played.
Yeah,
the little
these
windmill
are
ones.
Yeah, they're the windmill ones from Unstable, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're very pretty.
They are.
They shine very nice.
As much as I don't like unsets, their tokens are unbelievably
Yes,
beautiful.
they have some of the best tokens out of all the sets.
Yes,
That is
I
for sure.
wholeheartedly agree.
So
They're the way you get those really fantastic full art goblin tokens.
I know,
Yeah.
I have them. I was saying, when you were fixing something for us, that I have 11 different unique goblin tokens that I will use. So
hurts
they can't match, right?
What do you mean they can't match?
So I have, because they all have different personalities,
Oh,
so you
do
gotta
they have
have different
names?
ones.
Do you
No,
name
I should name them. And write it on whiteboard marker or something like that on it too. That'd be good. So it looks like Cody's gonna start bashing in here. These constructs are massive.
Yeah, they are currently, was it 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 fives each?
Yeah. Oh geez. This looks all but over, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it's very hard for D&T to interact with enchantments. So I don't know how Jeremy is going to get out of this. That is a Flagstones of Chokair.
Yeah,
I'm surprised to see that in a D&T list.
Okay, good. He did it correctly, because there is a sphere, right, of resistance.
Yeah.
He was thinking about the knight, but no.
This is looking a little dire. Kaldra's okay at blocking tokens.
But he's gonna get hit for 10 here.
Yeah.
Swing for 10. You
Yeah,
can't
there's-
block because you want Cauldra.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's saying if he doesn't somehow either lose a land or lose his Stoneforge.
Yeah. Do you want to add Cody's last name just because to match?
Yeah, for the piece here. Right? There we go. Oh, and I have the sound dead is there.
Ooh.
That shouldn't be there.
There we go.
Perfect. Little things here and there. We had our sound dead for a bit, but it's back. So, it seems like,
Land is just fully in the driver's seat.
yeah, they're
think-
driving this bus.
Yeah, he's even off the Rishadan port plans,
Yeah. 2 mana for
cracking the expedition map.
playing another Urza Saga, or
I really hope so.
yeah, I think you just keep going forward with it, right?
Yeah,
You know that he's gonna be able to activate Stoneforge here. Yeah, there we go.
there we go.
And get that Cauldra onto the field. And he'll have to.
Yeah, I think what Cody's thinking here for the Urza Saga is he's seen the Cauldra, he knows that Cauldra can block the tokens well. He just needs to create more tokens to keep going a little bit wider.
Yeah. And I don't think Jeremy. I guess he has. What's the card called? 3 mana comes in, exiles.
Flicker Wisp.
Flicker Wisp can help with these constructs. Okay.
Ooh. This doesn't stop the Stoneforge Mystic play for Cauldra, so this is not terrible, I guess.
But now they don't die when they get blocked by Cauldra too, right?
They do. Cauldra has that exile line of text,
yes.
so whenever it deals damage, if that creature survives, it exiles the creature.
Okay. I don't know how Jeremy gets out of this here.
Yeah, he's very far behind.
This will be tough.
Yeah, so how big are these tokens? They are still 5/5s because he sacrificed the expedition map?
Yes, yeah, still 5/5.
Yeah, so we're just going to go to the next game.
Because he's only gonna he needs to play another creature and then be able to put something in too, right? To double
Yeah.
block.
I think that second sphere of resistance prevented Jeremy from activating Stoneforge to put Cauldra in, and also prevented Jeremy from playing another creature.
Yeah, and we'll update the score there. Look at our
Sideboard.
deck list here, and maybe we'll take a look at Jeremy's first. Let
Yeah.
us consult our handy paper here.
We took notes for the class.
Yes, we did. I was that student that sat at the front, and took all the notes needed throughout school. So Do you think he's going to keep in Crusader?
It's tough.
I want him to.
I really do
I don't
too.
think so.
But in the face of Mazavith, Sphere of Resistance, it's not great. I think the key here is that Jeremy really, really does need to find Aether Vial before those Sphere of Resistances
Yep.
come down. And it just allows him to play and deploy all of the creatures without needing to pay those taxes that Cody is setting up.
I'm just looking up here.
Ooh, so we're looking up this card. Yeah.
I haven't seen this card before, personally.
It is from Lord of the Rings, so you
It's
wanna...
one of these new cards here. So it says destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, then create a food token for each creature you control. So this could be a way in case constructs get out of hand, because they can get pretty big, but
Yeah, but it really doesn't do anything against a Merilage.
no, because it doesn't destroy that piece.
Yeah.
Containment Priest, maybe? I don't... There's not a lot that... I'm trying to think here. And maybe some of the better pieces. Council's Judgment, I think that has to come in.
Council's Judgment is a very clean answer to Merilage.
Yeah.
It could be Cataclysm if you want to bring up Cataclysm.
Yeah, I'll bring that up for us.
I think that destroys lands in some way, right? It's like 5 mana. These are commander cards. This is out of my territory.
Yeah. Each player chooses among the permanents, control an artifact, creature, human land, and sacrifice the rest. So it's kind of like balance.
Yes,
The 4 mana balance.
Yeah, so it's very similar to balance, and this is a really good way for, as another point of interaction other than Wasteland, to kind of interact with Cody's lands.
So I'd say this comes in if I'm him too, right? So
Yes, yeah, I think so.
kind of go from there. But it seems like both of them are almost ready here, and then we'll be getting into it. I feel like this is always a tough matchup for D&T, though. I remember before Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
me and a friend, you know, when me and my 2 friends, right? One would always play lands, the other one would always play D&T. D&T rarely won. It felt like it, right? But
I don't know. It's hard to say because even as as the lands player, it felt so hard to play against 4 Solitude and 4 Swords to Plowshare, right? It does help that there's the Urza Saga
yes,
plan now, and you don't really need to rely on Merilage. But yeah, so I think there's not a lot for Cody to bring in.
you
I think
bring in
it's-
swords. You're bringing your swords.
It might be the Force of Vigors.
Yeah.
To kind of deal with the Batterskull, the GT, the Aether Vials, and stuff like that.
Turn 1, Deafening Silence. Okay, I
That's
guess
a-
trying to stop the explosive turn.
That's
maybe
a very
yeah.
odd choice because it doesn't limit the number of land drops. Yeah.
So I guess it would stop kind of, you know, if he's looking to play more, but of course this will answer it at some point too if he ever decides to pop this blast
Honestly,
zone for
I
1.
really don't think Cody cares about Deafening Silence. This is a very
No.
odd choice. But that Richard Import slowing down lands is not bad. But
Yep.
again, lands also a prison style control deck. It takes its time. So I think Jeremy just needs to start developing a board to get a really early creature and just start chipping away at that life total.
Yeah. And it's tough when you don't have Mother of Runes. Maybe that hits first, right? Because it is going to have, Wasteland right on there. And,
That's a very, very
That's
good play
good.
by Jeremy, yeah.
okay. So that's tapped. Cody's okay, though, you know, right now. I don't think he's too worried about going the longer game.
Yeah, he could have taken away the Richard. I think it's smart to take away the Richard Import.
Yeah.
And just take away that and try to prevent Jeremy from playing a 3-drop this turn. Oh, but he's not going to anyway.
Okay, tap down, blast zone still.
Yeah, so this gives... The awkward part is we're not seeing any color from Cody. But he does find another Urza Saga, so if there's no Wasteland from Jeremy, this could kind of get out of hand. There is a Stoneforge.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Stoneforge is played. What does he get here? Cauldron?
It's Cauldron.
Yeah, it's Cauldron.
The fact that it has haste is just... It pushes it above Batterskull.
It is nice that Batterskull can be returned back to your hand. It's a
Yes.
bit harder to remove, of course,
Yeah, but when you're playing this game with the Rishodon ports, you really want to be presenting a threat that can kill quickly.
Yeah.
So Cauldra does that much better than Batterskull, where Batterskull is a little bit more resilient.
Okay, looks like a little shuffle here. Wastelanded, I guess, on the end step there.
Yeah, just take away one of the Rishodon ports.
Yeah, you don't want to get double Rishon port. Well, of course they're going to be putting in the Cauldra. Still a third Saga.
Third Saga. So this is very risky. If you guys are just tuning in, we saw Jim Monolith. He had a very similar strategy where he had double Urza Saga. Wow.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so I'm gonna take back the statement that I just made because now these Urza Sagas can be played from the graveyard.
Yeah, it's in Jin Monolith. He did not have a Crucible of Worlds, so his mana base went away
Bye-bye.
after a bit of turns, and
Yeah.
this one will be reoccurred. And
You could say that Jim's mana base faded away.
yes, it faded away. It did. It was tingling with all
Yeah.
the fading that was happening. I guess tangling.
But we're gonna see Jeremy activate the Stoneforge Mystic, put that Cauldra into play. There's no Doorkeeper
Yeah.
Thrall here, so that living weapon is going to trigger. German's gonna chip in for 5. I guess not chip in, but batter in for 5.
Yeah, head first. That little guy has a big piece of equipment with him.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like he's tapping it down. Tapping down.
Yeah, I think no matter what,
Yeah.
all of the lands are gonna get tapped because Cody's gonna put in a token here.
Yeah. So I think he's trying to do that in response. Oh, sorry. To it going up to 2 here, right? But the other one will make it in response.
Yep.
So
I think the best card for Cody to get here is actually a Mox Diamond. It doesn't put him behind on mana sources. Whatever card whatever land he discards into the graveyard, he can play with the Crucible of Worlds. So he can kind of retain the amount of mana that he has. If not, maybe he tries to get a
Simon.
Shadow Spear. But
Yeah.
goes for the Mox Diamond.
Well, honestly, the next 2 or 3 of his Urza Sagas, depends if he plays one from the graveyard,
Yeah.
might be
I
that
think
Shadow Spear next.
there is an argument for not getting the Mox Diamond here. And I think the argument is that because you have that Crucible of Worlds and you can play lands from the graveyard, you could get an Expedition map to find a Maze of Ith. And that Maze of Ith kind of stops that Cauldra from attacking.
Yeah, I think they're just talking a bit about.
Yeah, so he does.
Yeah.
The Mox Diamond does enter the battlefield. He does need to discard a land.
Yeah, and I think Jeremy was just making sure that was happening, right? I think
Yes.
Cody was just making sure he shuffles first, right?
Yeah.
Resolves that piece, and then then resolves the trigger piece here. It looks like
Just gonna play the Windswept
Yeah.
Teeth from the graveyard.
he wants that colored mana, as Ben was mentioning. He hasn't had it before.
Yeah.
Now he can. He was thinking, and now he can.
But it's also like he doesn't want to play too many Urza Sagas because again, they come, they go. Whereas the Windswept Teeth, you get that extra land. But you're gonna use the Mox Diamond green mana to cast an Exploration, and gonna get another Urza Saga.
Yeah, and this is kind of where the Deafening Silence, we were mentioning earlier, doesn't have an effect on the land drops.
Yes. So this is where you can actually quote unquote say Cody cheats.
Yeah.
Gets
Come
to
on.
play multiple lands per turn.
How do people do this kind of thing to us? Right? It is looking like Jeremy does have a Skyclave Apparition in hand, which can cleanly answer the artifacts themselves, or these tokens.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
and he does have ways to flicker that too, but it won't be indefinite. And with this, Crucible of Worlds is probably actually what he's going to pick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really what's kept Cody in this game.
So, taking care of that, Cody is in the tank. I don't know what he may be thinking at this point, right? I don't know if he has any outs to protect that there.
Yeah. The really, really good thing about the Skyclave Apparition is that even though the players are putting the Crucible underneath the Skyclave, it actually doesn't come back when Skyclave leaves, right? It gets replaced by a creature token that its power and toughness are equal to the converted mana cost of the card that it's exiled. So very commonly, players will exile the card underneath the card, but Skyclave, you have to keep note, that Crucible is gone forever.
Oh, okay. Crop Rot on the Blast Zone.
I wonder what we're gonna
getting
see. Yeah, there's the Maze
Ith.
of Ith.
Okay, so these attacks are going to be not as effective until Jeremy finds his own wasteland here and try to gets rid of this.
Actually, this creates a two-way stalemate, right? And this creature token can't really attack because that Cauldron still has that line of text, where if it deals or if it deals damage to a creature, it exiles that creature.
Yeah.
So Cody can't really attack into this Cauldron as long as he's getting Maze of Ith.
Huh. A little bit of a stalemate here right now.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to say who's in the advantaged position. I would want to say that it is the lands player because this is kind of like where they want to be.
Yeah. And we see a Solitude, it looks like, in Jeremy's hand, and I think that's a Flicker Wisp too. Yeah, it is. Flicker Wisp, Solitude.
Ooh, so the cards in Jeremy's hands are very good.
And I think, I'm trying to think that last card there.
Yeah, I won't be able to see.
I don't know if it's another. Come on, show us the card. You're showing us the other two we know. Show us the other one.
He's teasing us.
I know, he is.
All right, so Swift Lane has a question. Can he not just tap the maze, then attack? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
So the Maze of Ith, Blade Splicer, maybe? Could be.
So Flicker Wisp and Blade Splicer. Oh, is he playing Blade Splicers? Man, this really is a blast from the past. This is just like he took 60 cards, realized that he could play Yorion, and just found 20 more cards to put back in.
I don't know, I don't see it.
Yeah, we don't see a Blade Splicer, so it could be a Spirit of the Labyrinth. They're kind of similar looking.
So Maze of Ith can't tap a creature, it can only untap. Oh, looks like he has Life from the Loam.
Yeah, so Cody has found his engine. Has Life from the Loam and Exploration.
Wow, okay, this is good.
Yeah, so even though he's lost that Crucible of Worlds, he does now have another way of getting lands out of the graveyard with Life from the Loam. Cody, I would probably say, is probably in the better position here.
Yeah, exactly, until Jeremy can answer this Maze of Ith here. Because it
Yeah.
takes out that, takes a creature out of attacking. So he could port it, absolutely, before going to attacks. That is one way for him to chip in for 5, but he may want to try to develop his board too here.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think if a Flicker Wisp comes...
Oh, he has a Wasteland.
Oh, there's a Wasteland.
So yeah, that's one way to do it too.
So Jeremy can also shut out Cody's engine. He can Flicker Wisp the Skyclave, and when Skyclave comes back, he could take the Exploration away.
Yeah, I kind of want this Exploration gone.
Yeah, so when you see a Life from the Loam, you're really kind of scared. If you can't deal with the Life from the Loam,
There's another maze.
you really need to deal with Exploration.
If I'm Cody, I'm picking up my other maze and another Wasteland here, and I'm playing both of those. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. I'm Wastelanding the Risht import, right? And now you have the two mazes for exactly kind of what Swift Lane's kind of talking about. That's me.
Yes,
These guys know their decks better than I do.
I mean, even though Cody does have this loop going on with the Exploration and the...
Whoa, that's an aggressive Flicker Wisp on the land.
Wow.
Doesn't Flicker Skyclave to get rid of Exploration,
Yeah.
and then end
This is-
step. Okay.
Maybe he's okay. So this is like not a terrible decision because of how Jeremy's board is now developed. He has quite a bit of power. Only one Maze of Ith. He might grab the second Maze of Ith, but I think Cody decided to draw for turn instead of dredging.
Oh yeah, that would.
There's a Thespian
Okay,
stage. Does he have a
Thespian.
Dark Depths? Wow. So this is
Oh
why
my
you want to
goodness.
deal with Exploration as quickly as possible.
Oh my goodness. I feel like Cody just has the answers this game.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Cody needs to survive this attack. Yeah, so so we do know Jeremy has a Solitude in
Yes.
hand, which is very good.
So if he makes
Oh, that's a GTA off the top.
the Merit Lounge, he would just
Okay.
lose.
So there's a Yorion. So now,
Well, not lose, but
yes, Swift Lane is absolutely correct here. The 20 life does matter quite a bit. But yes,
we
this
still have Life from Loam.
there's still the life from low. There's still the Exploration. This is pretty bad. You really need to deal with the Exploration here because that's allowing the Dark Depths Dustbin stage to be repeatedly, continuously played over and over again.
So, looks like Urza Saga's popping here. You can get another Mox Diamond.
Yes, it could also be
Shadow Spear, as you were talking about earlier, too,
Yeah,
right?
because this helps the construct. Actually, because the Merit Lage is there, it gives 21 points of life to Cody.
Ooh, there we go.
But most likely,
Relevant.
the Solitude will most likely kill it or exile
Yeah.
it before the equip happens.
Yeah, I think Cody's in the driver's seat here, and he can just start looping it basically too after attack. So he's gonna go to equip,
I'm actually a little bit confused why he's not dredging back life from alone.
especially like last turn.
Yeah.
What is he trying to draw into that's in a better situation than just getting
It
back
could be
your two
another
pieces?
exploration, maybe. but
Maybe.
He could.
He did bring in that card. He did. The Destroy. The 3 for the constructs. That Lord of the Rings one. I
Yeah,
can't believe he
the
did
Battle
that.
for Bywater?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised. Sorry, I'm like, what? Yeah, the Bywater. That
Yeah.
one. Okay, so now he's at 30. He
is at 30.
It's a new game, but we're basically on turn 7, and he has 10 more life.
Okay, so there's a lot of things that I'm a little in a disagreement with Jeremy about. Is he let that shadow, like, it is 1 point of life, but he did let the Shadow Spear equip and attack, so he did give 21 points of life to Cody. But in a game like this, I think every life point matters.
Yeah, and it's in a tabernacle now too. I guess.
So this is really, really detrimental, right?
Deafening silence hurts Jeremy in this too.
Yes, it does. I think that's where that turn one play is where the tables had turned.
Yeah.
That could have been any other card, and I think it would have been more effective than this Deafening Silence.
And no land, just gonna swing in, right?
Yeah, Cody doesn't really care.
Take it. Oh,
I mean, you might as well activate the Maze of Id.
Yeah, that's
You're
fair.
not really attacking with the token anyway.
dredge alone, please.
Yes, this should be a dredge. If it's not a dredge, I'm not sure what is happening.
No, you can't decide now. Okay, what's happening? Oh, I guess he.
I'm not
Wait.
sure what happened to that token.
Oh, he didn't pay for it.
Oh,
So
from
yeah,
the
he's on his
Tabernacle.
draw step. He missed it in his main phase, so it died. We need Oko back in so you could
We know,
errata that
no,
text.
You can
and-
take that statement back. I'm not agreeing
That
with
was
you
a
at all.
terrible time. Does he have another Life from the Loam in his hand?
I think he drew it,
Okay.
which is lucky.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Maybe he had it the entire time and that's why he wasn't dredging, so,
Okay.
yeah.
But this exploration needs. Yeah. He's just gonna attack the mana base now.
Yeah, he has to because of this Tabernacle.
Yep. Bye bye.
I wonder, can you check for me if Cody plays Ghost Quarter?
No.
Interesting, okay.
No Ghost Quarter. He's got 4 Caracas,
Yeah.
4 Wasteland.
Yeah, but those Krakus aren't going to do much in the face of a Loam and an Exploration.
Nope, it's
I
not.
was just wondering because if it would take quite a long time for Cody to run Jeremy out of basics if he did use a Ghost Quarter loop.
Yeah.
So that's probably not where he wants to be anyway, but we're going to see Jeremy find a third land drop so that he can pay the Tabernacle cost whenever he needs to. We're going to dredge a Life from the Loam.
Get another Loam. Get a Mirage. Get.
I think that's a Dark Depths and a Caracas, maybe? I'm not sure
Yeah,
what
it looks
the
like an old
last
school
one is.
Caracas.
Yeah.
Not one of the new ones. That isn't named Caracas.
Yeah.
Okay, Life from the Loam.
Gonna bring back Urza Saga?
Urza Saga. Does he need a Wasteland? He's on all basics, Jeremy, right now. I guess-
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily does, but he is gonna pick up a Blast Zone.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the Blast Zone is for.
Maybe the Deafening Silence?
Is he really
No.
deafened?
Yeah. It's a deafening play, maybe.
I'm wondering why he's not trying to make a Marilush.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too right now. Maybe he's just trying to further cement his lead here. Even then, I feel like it's pretty much there too. Equip.
I think this might be like, I'm not sure because I'm not too familiar with Cody, and I don't want to have any implications here, but this might be the signs of a little inexperience, because I think he wants to close out the game as fast as possible at this point. He's got a chokehold on Jeremy, right, with this exploration and lands.
It's gonna be like, right. Okay.
Yeah, so this might be what you were saying earlier, where
Yeah.
it's very hard for D&T to beat lands.
Like, I don't know how he doesn't win here. Just dredge loam again. Just fill it up.
I think he should just like draw, make a Merilage attack.
Does he have
do
one in
something?
hand? Or is it one in the graveyard?
There's 3 in the graveyard, now 1 in his hand. There's a Horizon Canopy, Ancient Tomb, and a Yavimaya.
Okay. Play Dark Depths.
So
You've got this.
So did he add the Life from the Loam to his hand? He put it from the board to the graveyard.
I don't know.
There should be 2 in his graveyard, 1 in his
There's
hand.
2 in the graveyard right there.
Yeah.
And then
I think he might have just swapped 1. It
Okay.
doesn't really matter, yeah.
coin flip. Coin flip here. Okay. Another exploration. Okay, that's your only spell you're allowed to cast. Now play the Dark Depths. Play the Dark Depths. Do it. That's not the Dark Depths.
So this is one thing that I'm really...
There we go. There's the Dark Depths.
There's a Dark Depths.
Okay.
Finally, yeah. But did he play one too many lands? I don't know if he
No.
made a land drop earlier this turn. But he should have only played 3 lands for the
So
turn.
he played Blast Zone, Dark Depths, and then...
Was it just the
our
Windswept Teeth?
Yeah, the Windswept Teeth.
Okay.
Because he had the Thespian already,
Okay.
and the Urza Saga was already there.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Germ goes bye-bye.
Yep. Not gonna pay the Tabernacle cost. Oh
No,
hold on.
no.
I'm going to make it.
Hang on, we might have to pause here because technically speaking, he doesn't have to pay because it's a destroy piece for it. So looks like we're just gonna get a pause here for a moment for a judge piece.
Did they just tell about the tabernacle thing?
Yeah, so it's a judge. It's for that. Yeah, they're talking about that. They are.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got it. We've got it. Yeah, because technically destroy, not board
Yeah,
save,
yeah.
right? So yeah, we did that. So we just have our judge kind of coming over for it and just to talk about it. Some of the discussion that we were just having here, right, when we just muted our mic, is the wording of destroy and sacrifice, right? So because the wording is imprinted on the creatures, right? So if we talk about like state-based and when the actual land comes in, it says pay 1 or destroy this creature, right, on your main or upkeep, right? If it was sacrifice, of course. So he actually can't kill it. He can't kill his own germ, really, from Tabernacle. It's not a true board state of it. If it was sacrifice, yes, he could do that piece. So, looks like they're talking about it right now, just with them. So, I think it's an honest mistake, honestly, right? It's just the wording on the card. So, I think it doesn't matter in the board state, but we just got to make sure we keep it clean here, too, right? It's a 1K plus tournament we have here because we've had 48 people. I think it's thinned down a bit. You know, Frank's joined me here as Ben's helping out with the judge, just make sure.
Happy to be here, Cotton.
Yes, it's great to have you here, Captain. So, yeah, we're at Enter the Battlefield in Newmarket, Ontario for our 1K plus, right? Here we are right now, kind of watching our game. The place is bumping right now. There's people playing.
Very busy.
Is that
D&D.
Warhammer? D&D. Okay, I was wondering what it was. D&D. I think the Yu-Gi-Oh's done now, right? You're helping out
It
with
has,
that?
yes. So
Yeah.
we had a big Yu-Gi-Oh tournament today too, and that's done now.
And that's done now. How did that go?
That was good. We didn't have 42 people, but we had
48.
or 48 people.
48 people.
Sorry, 48 people. We had 16 people.
Yeah.
So, but it was good. We gave away 4 boxes of prizing, which was fun.
That's good. That's good fun. And there's some commander pods happening here. And,
Yeah.
the space is always open for those who may be in the area or wanting to come by at some point, right? This is something that people do and enjoy, right? So lots of different games that are happening all the time. I don't know if you want to speak to more of that, Frank, but...
I mean, yeah, the tables are free and they're always open. Aside from, like, today we didn't have many tables, but we made room. So
We did.
That's what we try to accommodate.
Yes, and that's the thing, right? So the store here is welcoming. It's comfy. It's in a great location, I have to say. This one's in Newmarket. They have also another store in Oakville as well.
Yeah, just on Spears Road.
Spears Road. I've been there once. I commentated on another Legacy tournament
Oh.
there. Our audio was a bit messed up, though, at one point, but we fixed it through.
Yeah, well, the audio for the Canlander was also messed up at one point. so,
Really? Oh, it was doubled at one point, I think
on
it was,
the deck
right?
list panel. But, live and let go.
No. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you would have known how to use the ports, you could have won earlier before things got out of hand. Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
porting Cody could have been a good piece to it here. So I think board state, they just rewound back to where we need it to be,
Okay.
and we'll kind of get back into it. Thanks for joining by.
Ben's
Frank.
back. I'm leaving. Bye.
So it seems like the judge just kind of reverted the piece, and thanks for waiting, everybody. It
Yes.
really comes to, I think it's an Italian.
It is an Italian tabernacle, so just to catch everyone up to speed, there were multiple warnings given to both, or there's one warning given to both players. So Cody did miss returning the Life from the Loam that he dredged, so one did go back to his hand.
Yep.
And there was a warning given to Jeremy because that was an illegal game action.
Yeah.
So the germ cannot be destroyed, and we just reverted it back to the beginning of Jeremy's upkeep. So now he gets to play his Recruit of the Guard, and we are back to normal.
Yeah, it's not a sacrifice, and that's what I was saying too, right?
Yes.
Ben? It'd be different if it's sacrifice, right? But because it gives the germ indestructible, you can't, right? You
Yeah.
could say I don't pay for it, right? And then it's just like okay,
So
it explodes, but it's still locked.
It's something that's not commonly occurring,
Mm-hmm.
but Lance players can take advantages because Merit Lodge also has indestructible.
Yes.
So if there's a Merit Lodge on the table and a Tabernacle, you don't actually have to pay for the Merit Lodge.
So it's Cody got a warning for the Life from the Loam piece, so just maintaining board state piece. So,
Yeah.
but for that, so of course, right? When there's prize pool of it, right? You got to make sure you maintain your board state of whatever is happening and make sure it's truthful for it all too. I remember I was trying to get last chance qualifier place, and they had a rampaging Verocidon on the board, and I knew that they couldn't gain life, but the damage from each creature coming in I did not account for. So I got a warning for it, even though it's there, or it was my card, right? Both of us weren't doing that until the judge came around and then let us know. So it's it happens sometimes, right? There's a lot of things happening, the stress of the game, right? And we're 5, almost 6 hours in right now from the beginning. So it's been a long day.
I mean, not to knock boots or anything, but there is a lot of game pieces going on. I don't think they necessarily have to all be there. Cody's kind of a little dirtling, just a little tad bit.
Wait, he didn't make it?
He did not make it again.
I get there's a flicker wisp, but just
I'm not sure exactly what Cody is so worried about. Like,
another.
there are several cards in Jeremy's hand, and I don't think he should. I think he's overthinking things a bit too much. He does have the loop. He does have 2 explorations that Jeremy needs to deal with. There are 2 Life from the Loams. We're waiting for Jeremy to see, does he even play surgical extractions in the sideboard? Is there a way for Jeremy to stop these Life from Loams from coming back?
Yeah, he does have the Solitude, but even then, gain another 20 life.
Yeah, like
Go to 45.
the Solitude just gives Cody so much time. He already has his engines in place because Cody or Jeremy didn't really deal with that exploration really early on.
Yeah, and kind of my thought is, okay, you make it again, swing in, you go to 45, do it again next turn. Dredge loam, just keep going.
I think at this game state, Cody should just be making Merit Lodges like every turn if needed.
Yeah, exactly kind of what you're saying there, Swift, too, right? So every turn, just make, and until you break.
Yeah, and like, again, if Cody's trying to, for some reason, deal with this Deafening Silence or Flicker Wisp, like, he has to be careful that it does affect him too, right?
Yep.
If he does Blossom
Good thing,
on one, Yeah.
Name what? Deafening silence?
Caracas?
Brachus. That is what you name here, even though he has a wasteland. But
Yes, we don't know what's going on.
Brachus.
It is named Caracas.
I like how they're using our little whiteboard cards
Yeah.
and the correct color so we can see them stand out too.
Yeah.
I tried hiding the other markers, but they ended up back right. beside
That might have
the
been
table.
my mistake.
What? Man, how could you?
You made it a little messy. I was straightening things.
You're right. I blame the players. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I definitely blame me for that.
I mean, I do blame players on partial parts because Caracas, if you hide it behind the pithing needle, you still see that there is a pithing needle instead of just a blank white slate. But
That's fair.
Now I'm nitpicking, and that's the production side of me.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, we need that though. We need that because we're gonna reach new heights.
Yes, but after 6 hours of gameplay and watching a Lance player kind of pick up cards over and over again and not ending the game is a little rough.
Yeah. What are we in time the rounds? I'm gonna check. They have a 5-minute extension too, right?
Yes,
So they have
do have a
9
5-minute
minutes.
extension. I think actually 4 minutes. I think it's
Let's give them 1 minute.
yeah.
I'm
This
kidding.
game should be over in 1 minute, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
You know what? If Jeremy turns
like-
around, I'm happy.
The longer Cody takes, it's the worse it's going to be for him. Like, even though it looks insurmountable at the moment, he's giving Jeremy time that doesn't need to be given.
Yeah. What is happening here? Okay. Okay, so he's pointing to Shadow Spear. So he's activating Shadow Spear on the upkeep. So it loses hexproof and indestructible. So
Oh.
now he has to pay.
Yes, now he has to pay. Impressive.
Impressive. There's so much.
Who actually uses that line?
That's what I'm saying.
on
I've never
Shadow
seen this
Spear?
happen.
Wow. I completely forgot that it was there.
You know what? Maybe it was supposed to die that other turn. No, he definitely didn't activate it. Not a chance. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I'm very
just pull up
curious.
the VOD.
Maybe
Pull up the VOD.
is this at the point where you're kind of flexing so hard where you put 7 counters on the blast zone, activate Shadow Spear, and just crack the blast zone just to get rid of the Cauldron Complete? Because Cauldron Complete does have indestructible by itself.
You know what you do? You somehow get Blast Zone to 0 with that. So you copy
It's very
with SP
easy.
and Sage.
Yes.
Copy with SP and Sage. Okay. Then you activate Shadow Spear while swinging in with your Merit Lodge, and then kill your own Merit Lodge before killing them. That's the ultimate flex. And be like, never mind. I'm going to kill you
Actually,
next turn.
can you pull up Shadow Spear? Is it one-sided? Is it only opponents? Stuff
I think it's
loses
everyone.
hexproof? Ooh.
I think it's everyone.
Shadow Spear, one word.
Oh, one word? Oh, okay. Well, permanent's your opponents. Oh, so now.
One-sided.
That's boring.
Yeah. Okay, so we saw that Jeremy didn't pay for any of the creatures. What is he keeping the mana open for?
I don't know. I believe in both of these players.
Is that... So there's a Wasteland used on an Iganjo.
Okay, untap. Just kill him.
Cody's stretching out his time in the spotlight here.
Yes. You know what? I'm okay with that.
Gets to flex his Italian Tabernacle. That should be right in the dead center.
Yes. Yeah, 4 minutes. There's 4 minutes remaining in the round. Okay, returning back. I don't know. Life from the Loam. Never mind. Life from the Loam's back. He dredged it. Something two.
So what? Something's happening with this Thespian
That's a
state?
1. I guess it
Oh,
was a...
did he turn it into an Urza Saga already?
Must have.
So this could be what we talked about earlier, where it has those chapters counters, and the moment it hits chapter 3, he can turn it into something else.
Yep. Okay, he's gonna equip. So it's 4, 5. So it's a 5-5.
Right. They're finally dealing some damage. Brings Jeremy down to 11.
Okay, is he going to take the counters off of Dark Depths? What do you think?
No,
I don't think so either.
I don't think he is.
I don't think so.
I don't think he is.
You know she still has a Solitude.
Yeah. This is.
What's happening?
There's a Spirit of the Labyrinth because
Perfect.
Cody's drawing
It's-
so many cards.
He doesn't have a lot, I'll be honest with you, in his sideboard to really come in, right? Like,
Yeah.
So there's going to be I feel like that would be one of my ones that would come out first, though.
Spirit of Love. I mean, it is a 3-1 beater.
Yeah.
If you can deploy it really quickly and just beat in, which is what Jeremy should have been doing from the very beginning, was kind of. I think maybe he should have
Wait,
mulliganed.
did he not make it?
He did not make a Mirage. All right, so Cody drawing for his turn, going to resolve these Saga triggers. Not sure what he's tapping
monster.
3 mana for. Maybe.
Make the flying monster, please. Should I not be begging for the flying monster to come out?
I think at this point, I'm starting to root for Jeremy tying the game and winning by deck out. Cody's deck is looking a little thin.
It is. Yeah, and Swift Flame, yeah, you're right. He can kind of do that little, little trick of the trade, right? So that Thespian stage can always have those pieces, right? Have it on Chapter 2, create constructs, even though it's not. So, and finish the chapters itself, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, I still think you should respond to getting the 3rd chapter ability. I think that's more beneficial, and then responding and then turning it into something else, just because you get that extra surge. But at this point in time, everything is negligible.
Yeah. You know what I have to say?
What's that, Will?
I think this game might be over next turn.
Yeah, by any means necessary.
Okay. Land. Passes the turn. He's gonna flash in Solitude.
All right.
Oh.
What's Cody gonna do?
He's just making a construct.
Making another construct. Come on, double.
No! Make the flying spaghetti monster.
So tapping Tabernacle, tapping Dark Depths.
For green.
He is tapping them to pay for Tabernacle.
Oh.
He's paying for his constructs.
Okay. There's so much on his board.
There's a lot on his board. Almost his entire deck is on his board.
Come on, Cody.
Okay, so here's a Thespian stage going up.
What is he gonna copy?
What is he gonna copy?
He's gonna copy a planes.
Wait, is he copying or is he making another construct?
Where's that?
What is he doing?
Something.
Snow-covered plains. So he's now made his Thespian stage a snow-covered plains.
It's just flex.
It's flex.
Okay. So, how big are his constructs?
They're currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sixes.
Six
Oh, no,
sixes.
sorry. 2 of them are 6/6s. One of them is a 7/7 because of that Shadow Spear.
Do you think Jeremy's gonna win?
No.
Okay.
I don't think Jeremy. It's hard to say. Like, again, if that Deafening Silence was any other card,
Boom! Flash in. Is he actually gonna live this turn?
I think he can live, but like, to what point? To what end?
Block. So it's 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
So let me say 9.
Okay.
But they had another 5.
I don't think they need it, but
I don't think. I really. They shouldn't have
life.
needed it for a while. I don't know where to take the commentary from here.
that round 6 will be over.
He did
momentarily.
add counters to Blast Zone. It is on 3.
Yeah. 3. It's going to 10. I don't know.
I really wanted to start removing ice counters.
Okay. I believe the ways for him to win
So,
would not be something
Is this
we
a?
would want to
Whoa!
see.
We finally see a Yorion. So we're gonna flicker a Cauldra. We're gonna get a Germ. There's a Germ. Okay.
He actually can't
we
attack
have a game.
No, he can't attack.
He can. He can create a Merilage. He can chump black with the Yorion, and then he should have been attacking with a Merilage for turns now.
I know, I'm just saying there's another 2 turns maybe. Okay.
Do we have any power? Are we allowed to call a judge for stalling game?
I honestly don't think he's stolen. I don't know.
I need another pizza break, man.
So I don't know either.
All right, so how big are these constructs now?
I don't know. Million.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Tell
They
me
are
that
5.
you want some more constructs to be made, but not a flying spaghetti monster. Okay.
At least on Emrakul, I would be happy. Actually, I would be not
That'd be
terribly
great.
upset.
I don't even know what he's tapping anymore at this point.
Swift Lame. This may look like he's holding Jeremy hostage, but he in fact can concede that, and this is true.
Wait, he blew up Deafening Silence and
How did he blow up Deafening Silence?
Force of Vigor. How did he blow up Cauldra?
I will be right back, guys.
No. Another judge call. No. Oh, they shook hands. They shook hands. Let it happen. They shook hands. Let it happen. No, we can't let it happen. They shook hands? I think they shook hands. We have to let it happen. I think they shook hands.
They shook hands?
They shook hands. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, they look like they were having their lives.
Yeah, that's
Which
good.
is all I care about.
That's all that matters, is having fun here. So,
Yes.
oh, he used the spear. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone clarified. Even while I was running back and forth, people were telling me, he used their spear.
Okay, that's why I was like, just let it happen. I saw them shake hands. I was like, let it happen.
Yeah,
Let it happen. Not that for the spear, but just like, okay, they shook.
Yeah, so that was Cody taking it in 2. Yes.
That was,
that was.
I'm sweating. I didn't see a flying monster. That's all I have to say.
I was promised a horror show, and I think we got it in one way or another.
So round 6 is finished. We'll see if they play out top 8. They will be playing out top 8. It sounds like it. I don't think I'm gonna see my fiance tonight. I was beekeeping till 2 in the morning last night. I didn't see her last night either. So yeah, we'll be here for a bit. Our head judge almost ran into the picture there. How's the tournament going for you, Mr. Sapone?
It's going good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any fun judge calls?
A couple of good ones, actually. So, an actually interesting interaction was Urza's Sega getting copied by Thespian Stage.
Okay. We saw that happen this game, I feel like it too. So
Going on the second lore counter, and then the Thespian Stage then copying a forest. So it
forest.
actually keeps the lore counters,
yes.
and it has, you can pay 2 whenever you want and taps for green and can make a construct.
Why not, right?
That's pretty interesting.
Why
itself.
not? Why not?
Honestly, it's an interesting interaction. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Other than that, pretty smooth overall.
That's
couple,
good.
Couple smaller interactions that pretty basic stuff. but
Yeah. That's good.
It was a fun day overall.
That's
So
good, yeah.
Hopefully
And-
we have a smooth top 8.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? So we'll see if our is nice and smooth. I presume it will be, and you know, I'm pretty sure all the players in the top 8 they've got to be pretty experienced to be where they are, right? And 48 players cut top 8. You know, 40 are eliminated. You know, you got to be pretty on point. I feel like it. We've been 6 hours and 15 minutes live for our tournament. You know, you gotta be playing some good Magic. I feel like to make it that far. So
Absolutely. Looking at some of the names in the top 8, definitely some recognizable names.
yeah.
Some very seasoned veterans in
Yeah.
the field. So
I'd be there too, I bet, if I had my goblins, you know, out today. I doubt it. But with the new one, who knows, actually, right? So
I wouldn't be. That's why I'm judging.
yeah, that's why you're judging, right? That's why I'm commentating. Yeah, so that's why we are where we are right now. So thanks, Jacob, for dropping in. I think we're going to go to a break in a moment, wait for top 8, tap in. We'll probably be streaming, I want to say, there'll be... We won't be waiting for everyone because we'll be here all night. So we'll probably do one quarter, one semi, and then finals. Probably best of 3, I think it is right
It is
for
best
all,
of 3
all
still,
of them.
yeah.
So okay, that's
Untimed
good.
though.
On time, no time.
Untimed. It is an untimed playoff.
Don't worry, Legacy players will be reasonable. They'll play at a reasonable pace.
They'll still play at a reasonable place. I hope so. If not, I'll be on them to make sure that does happen.
I'm gonna text my fiance. Maybe you should have dinner, and I'll see you when I see you. For right now.
It's what I had to do.
Yeah.
I already told her.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. So that'll look out to be that piece. So we're gonna cut to a short break, everybody, and we'll be right back with top 8 quarterfinals. Right? Quarterfinals. For it, and we'll be right back. So
Thanks for having me.
thanks for dropping in, Jacob. And we'll
Appreciate
see you
it.
later, my friend.
Take it
okay.
easy.
We'll see everybody in a bit.